Hello friends. Welcome to Enjoy English Through Stories. In this video, we'll explore the extraordinary life and genius of Leonardo da Vinci, artist, inventor, scientist, and one of the most brilliant minds in history. You can read and listen to the story at the same time to help you improve your English. Ready to take your English to the next level? Just relax and enjoy the story at your own pace. Okay, without further delay, let's get into the story. Leonardo da Vinci, the timeless genius. A humble beginning. Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452, in a small town called Vinci, near Florence, Italy. He was born out of wedlock to a notary named Piero da Vinci and a peasant woman named Caterina. Because of this, Leonardo was not allowed to attend formal school or become a notary like his father. But from a very young age, Leonardo showed an extraordinary curiosity about the world. He loved nature, animals, drawing, and observing everything around him. While he didn't receive a traditional education, he taught himself math, science, music, and art through observation and experimentation. Apprenticeship in Florence. At age 14, Leonardo became an apprentice to the famous artist Andrea del Verrocchio in Florence. This was a turning point in his life. In Verrocchio's workshop, Leonardo learned painting, sculpture, mechanics, and even chemistry. He quickly impressed his teacher with his talent and creativity. One famous story says that when Leonardo painted an angel in Verrocchio's work The Baptism of Christ, the master was so amazed that he never painted again. During this time, Leonardo began keeping notebooks filled with drawings, inventions, and notes written in mirror writing, from right to left. These notebooks would later become some of the most valuable documents in history, revealing the mind of a true Renaissance genius. The Renaissance man. Leonardo da Vinci is often called the Renaissance man because he was skilled in so many different fields. He believed that art and science were deeply connected, and he used his artistic skills to study anatomy, nature, and machines. He sketched designs for flying machines, tanks, bridges, and even robots, centuries before any of these inventions became real. His curiosity knew no limits. He dissected human corpses to understand how the body worked and drew detailed images of muscles, bones, and internal organs. Leonardo wrote, "Learning never exhausts the mind." He was never satisfied with simple answers. He asked questions about everything: how birds fly, how blood flows, how the eye sees, how light moves. He studied plants, water, geometry, astronomy, and engineering. To Leonardo, knowledge was the key to understanding the universe. Masterpieces in art. While Leonardo was a scientist and inventor, he is most famous for his paintings, many of which are among the most recognized in the world. In the 1480s, Leonardo moved to Milan, where he worked for Duke Ludovico Sforza as a painter, engineer, and architect. It was there that he painted The Last Supper, one of his most iconic works. The Last Supper, 1495 to 1498. Painted on the wall of a monastery in Milan, this masterpiece shows the moment Jesus tells his disciples that one of them will betray him. The expressions, gestures, and emotion in the painting were revolutionary. However, Leonardo experimented with a new technique that didn't last well over time, so the painting has needed constant restoration. Later, Leonardo returned to Florence and began work on what would become the most famous painting in the world. Mona Lisa, circa 1503 to 1506. The Mona Lisa is known for her mysterious smile and lifelike presence. Leonardo used a technique called sfumato, which blends colors and tones seamlessly, creating a soft, almost magical effect. To this day, people debate who the woman in the painting was, why she is smiling, and what secrets Leonardo may have hidden in the details. The painting is now housed in the Louvre Museum in Paris and is seen by millions every year. Inventions and discoveries. Leonardo's notebooks are filled with designs and blueprints for machines that were far ahead of his time. Though most were never built during his lifetime, many are now recognized as early versions of inventions that would come centuries later. Some of his most amazing designs include a flying machine based on the wings of bats and birds, an aerial screw, a type of helicopter, the scuba suit for underwater exploration, a self-propelled cart, an early concept of a car, the giant crossbow for military use, and even a robotic knight that could sit, wave, and move its head. Leonardo understood gears, pulleys, hydraulics, and optics better than most engineers of his time. But he never published his notebooks, and many of his ideas were forgotten for centuries. Personal life and personality. Leonardo da Vinci was a private and complex person. He was known to be kind, generous, and curious. He dressed elegantly, was vegetarian, unusual at the time, and loved animals, often buying birds just to set them free. He never married and had no known children. Much of his life was devoted to learning and exploring. He worked slowly and carefully, often starting projects and never finishing them. His mind was always racing with new ideas. He once wrote, "Art is never finished, only abandoned." This quote reflects his perfectionism and endless desire to improve. Later years in France. In 1516, at the age of 64, Leonardo was invited by King Francis I of France to live in the Château du Clos-Luz, near the king's castle. He was given the title Premier Painter, Engineer, and Architect of the king. Although his health was declining, Leonardo continued to work on projects and mentor young artists and engineers. He brought with him some of his favorite paintings, including the Mona Lisa. On May 2, 1519, Leonardo da Vinci died at the age of 67. Legend says that he died in the arms of King Francis I, who deeply admired him. Leonardo was buried in a small chapel near his home in France. Legacy and influence. Leonardo da Vinci's influence is immeasurable. His work bridged the worlds of art, science, and engineering in a way that no one else has ever done. His notebooks, paintings, and ideas continue to inspire people all over the world. His life is a symbol of unlimited curiosity, creativity, and the belief that knowledge can unlock the secrets of the universe. He once said, "The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding." That quote sums up his spirit. For Leonardo, life was a journey of discovery, and he never stopped learning. Fun facts about Leonardo da Vinci. Here are a few interesting things you might not know. 1. He wrote most of his notes in mirror writing backwards, which some believe was to protect his ideas or simply because he was left-handed. 2. He made anatomical drawings so accurate that doctors still study them today. 3. He designed musical instruments, including a futuristic piano-violin hybrid. 4. The Vitruvian Man, his drawing of the ideal human body, is still used as a symbol of balance between art and science. 5. He dissected more than 30 human corpses to understand anatomy in detail. Why Leonardo still matters. More than 500 years after his death, Leonardo da Vinci is still considered one of the greatest geniuses of all time. His ability to combine observation with imagination, science with art, and curiosity with discipline is rare and inspiring. He reminds us that learning is not limited to one field, that we can explore multiple interests and become better by doing so. In a world that values specialization, Leonardo represents the power of being a well-rounded thinker. We've just finished the story of Leonardo da Vinci's life and genius. Well done. Now, for extra practice, watch the video again with no sound and try reading out loud. This technique is called shadowing, and it's a great way to improve your speaking skills. Also, write down any new words and look them up later. Keep learning and keep growing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. You guys are awesome. Take care and see you in the next story.